Guys, today I want to talk about dispoing your wholesale deals in 2024 and really into 2025. So we're kind of in this buyer's market right now. It's definitely not as easy to move wholesale deals than it was like 3 to 6 months ago. A couple of reasons for that. We've got an upcoming election. There's a lot of buyer uncertainty. You know, homeowners are just kind of pumping the brakes on buying houses until they see what's going to happen with the election and the interest rates. The good news is that the Fed did just cut rates again, so we are expecting rates to continue to come down in the coming months and into next year. And I think a lot of these buyers that have kind of hit the pause button on buying a new house and moving are going to get active again, hopefully into the spring of 2025. But as a wholesaler, like, we're running a business. We can't just take a break, right? We got to keep moving deals, and so we have to change the way that we are dispositioning our wholesale deals. And if you don't know what dispositions is, it's simply assigning your contract to a new end buyer and making a profit, right? So how do we change our disposition strategy? What did we used to do prior to this new strategy? We used to just do email blasts, and so we would sign up for, there's a lot of different email marketing companies out there, MailChimp, ConvertKit, Close, but we use MailChimp primarily and InvestorLift, and we have a huge buyers list. We blast out the deal. We get people emailing us, calling us, texting us like, hey Ryan, I like this house. Can I buy it? Sure. Put it under contract, EMD, and we sell that deal. And a lot of times that would happen just like that. We would sell a wholesale deal sight unseen in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. People would be fighting over them like, hey Ryan, I'll pay you more for this deal. No longer are we in those times right now. It's definitely different. It's harder to move deals. And this also happened at the end of 2022, you know, when the interest rates went up big time. We had a lot of challenges and it was kind of the same thing. But we're back in that similar market. I wouldn't say it's quite as bad as the end of 2022, but it's definitely we're feeling it. So what do we do? Well, the first thing we're doing is we are changing the way that we are offering on these deals. So instead of using a 0.75 or a 0.8 multiplier, yep, believe it or not, we were getting away with using 0.8 on some of our flips or some of our wholesale deals. We are now changing that to 0.75. That's pretty much the most aggressive we'll go, but we're also using 0.7 and even 0.65. I have other videos and other resources that explain the logic behind the multiplier that we use, and so I'm not going to get into that on this video. But then the second thing that we're doing is we're also adjusting our comps, right? So if a house is comping out at 300,000 and all those comps are coming from 6 months ago or 12 months ago, there's a good chance that today it may only comp out at 275 or 280. And so you can do really either. You can change your multiplier or you can change your comps, right? So we're adjusting our comps maybe by 5 to 10%, so not a huge adjustment, or lowering them by 5 or 10%, or we are using a different multiplier. I don't recommend that you use both, because if you adjust your multiplier and you go from 0.75 to 0.7 and you reduce your comps by 5 or 10%, you're going to probably bid yourself out of the market. You're just going to be too low. So be a little cautious there. We want to make sure that we're still making fair offers that sellers are going to accept, but those are some of the things we're doing on the front end. On the back end, when it comes to actually selling that wholesale deal, we are doing a lot more buyer outreach, direct buyer outreach. So we are still blasting the deals out, but first we're calling our top buyers for each deal, and that's just depending on the location, the type of deal. Is this a flip? Is this a buy and hold? We're picking up the phone and we're calling the top at least 3 to 5 buyers for each deal, and we're just having a conversation. We're saying, hey man, I've been thinking about you. You're a good buyer. I got this new deal. I'm really excited about it. I think it's a good deal. There's a lot of meat on the bone here, and I'm bringing it to you before I send out, right? So that really just makes that buyer feel appreciated. It really shows that we've got a good relationship, a good partnership, and we want to bring them deals. And I even tell them, hey, look, I haven't sent this out yet. It's a great deal. I'm bringing it to you first. Want to have you take a look and give me some feedback. Let me know if you want to go see it. And so that's been working really well for us. Is that direct buyer outreach. So if you haven't already, make sure that you've got a VIP list. I mean, everyone's got their massive buyers list, right? Of I got 50,000 buyers, or I got 20,000 buyers, or whatever it is, right? But we all know that you probably only have 10, 15, maybe 20 buyers that are consistently buying your deals. So it's very easy to create a VIP list for each one of your areas and be able to just call those buyers direct and have a conversation. So that's been working well for us. And then another thing I recommend is constantly be building your buyers list. Never be satisfied with, you know, the people you have. There's always new buyers entering into the market, you know, people coming in that are starting to flip houses. And so the worst thing you can do is just, you know, stop building that list. And so I talk about a lot of strategies to do that. And Facebook is a big one, you know, just joining investor groups and reaching out to buyers there. We also have Investor Lift where we get buyers, and Investor Base, which I'm gonna do a review on. We just signed up for it. It's been a very helpful piece of software that we're using in our business where we can find buyers for very specific deals, like based on geography. So you type in an address, this is where my deal is, here's the buyers in the area that are buying deals. Gives you the phone number, it's great. We'll talk about that later, but always be building your buyers list. It's a never-ending thing if you have a wholesaling business. And that's pretty much it. Those are some of the main things that we're doing. It's not rocket science, guys. I mean, it's, you know, it's hard work. If you have a dispositions manager, you know, they've got to be making these calls every day. They got to be reaching out to the buyers and building those relationships, strengthening those existing relationships. And, you know, again, we are still sending out our deals, unless of course those top 3 to 5 buyers, they take it down. But if they don't, we're still going to send it out. Or if we've got a walkthrough lined up with those guys, you know, we might say like, hey, look, you know, I want to have, maybe we only get one walkthrough. I want to have, you know, a couple other buyers there. Just want to give you a heads up. I'm going to be sending this out just so we can get some more action. Most buyers are pretty cool with that. And, you know, the more buyers you have walking your deal, hopefully the better offers you're going to get. Buyers are going to see that there's competition and get you a better price on it. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. CrushingREI.com. Please like and subscribe this video. We'll see you around.